And we finally got the identity of the female Titan. It was so easy. Anyone could have seen it. Yes, terrible joke, but whatever. So the beginning of this episode, the first 12 minutes or so were filler actually, but it was still kind of in the vein of giving you a little bit more of Annie, since the beginning of the episode was pretty much seeing Annie once again. And at this point, it was like the revelation was there. It wasn't something like, you know, drum it up to the very last second. It was just, here it is, it's Annie. We don't know the motives yet, we don't know anything regarding that, but you get that pretty much it's Annie from the very beginning, because I mean, if you couldn't tell that, then I don't know what the fuck you've been looking at these past, I don't know, 10 episodes. And I really like the pacing of this episode because it was like a very sleek, slow, and mysterious type of feel, but at the same time it also gave you like suspense, and it's just like, what the fuck's gonna happen? Anything could crack off at any given second, and it just really had a vibe like that. It was really just this tense and on edge type of vibe. There's definitely so much depth to Annie, even in the beginning when she's talking with the soldiers and the filler parts, even maybe some weak people can get by. It really just shows that there's a lot of depth to this character, and little by little, hopefully we'll get to see more. And then when the canon bits come in, when pretty much Armin is like, yo, we need your help to get through, you know shit is gonna go down. And development for Armin in this episode, yet again, this guy keeps on developing like a freaking beast. Strategizing all this, figuring out that it was Annie the entire time, and just overall coming up with this strategy. He's become such a freaking beast in such a short amount of time. 23 episodes and he's already strategizing all this craziness to put down the female Titan. Not to mention, once again, we finally got clarification that it is Annie Leonhardt. But I mean, I don't know, I just feel like even if you didn't read the manga, you wouldn't know who it is with the anime, because the anime just dropped so many big hints. I'm so glad I can finally talk about it, because the anime literally was just dropping them hints left and right, and now we finally got, you know, everybody should know who it is. And if you come to me saying that I spoiled you with this video, then I don't know what to tell you, because it's Annie. And it also once again shows how much of a beast Annie is, that she knew in case anything, in case they try to pull a fast one on me, I'm gonna put this ring on and stab myself so that way I could go into my Titan form. I felt kind of bad for her though, because she actually legitimately trusted Armin up until the point when she started figuring things out. She probably feels hurt and double-crossed. Then again, she hurt and double-crossed a lot of people as well, so eye for an eye. And overall, this episode, while it didn't have any action, it didn't really need it, because it just really was building up the suspense and making you look at Annie in a whole different light and getting more of her, and it's pretty much dropping the bombshell. And of course, yet again, Mikasa Chuan shows us that she's a freaking beast. As soon as she realizes that things is going down, she's like, yo, fuck this shit. She pulls out a sword, and it's just like, Mikasa for the motherfucking win. I'm glad we get mistakes from her from time to time, because it just makes the character feel that much more real. But when she goes into a badass mode, you gotta love her. Overall, this episode, it was a very good episode. Definitely built up the suspense, gave you this really twisted vibe, and it's just like, ooh, how do I feel about all this? When is it gonna go down? Because from the moment the episode starts, you pretty much know, okay, it's Annie, and it's just like, when is everyone gonna come into action and attack her? And then you finally get that moment, and it's just like a bombshell. But it really also makes you think, what if Armin would have actually turned her in a while back, or turned in the information that he had, thinking that it was her a while back? Do you think that things would have been a bit different? You think that they would have actually been able to take her down? Because it's more than apparent now that, you know, she's going into female Titan mode, and shit is gonna get serious really quick. But at the same time, that just shows the complexity of the show and the relationship between the characters, because it's like, on one half, Armin actually really did want to trust her. He didn't want to believe her even to the very last second. And likewise with Annie, she really didn't want to do anything to him. Maybe she even had a crush on him. Arm in, arm out. Arm in, arm out. Corny sex joke, but fuck it. And overall, I just thought this was a very good episode. I'm giving this one 8.5 out of 10. It really built up the suspense, and for a setup, it did a freaking amazing job. It gave you the revelation in a very different way, not drumming it up, not making it like, oh my god, who it is. You just got it. Definitely very good, and I can't wait for next week, because it's set up for some greatness, and the female Titan is gonna kick some motherfucking ass. That's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up for Annie Leonhardt, the female fucking Titan. We finally got the revelation, and I'm just so excited to see what the hell they're gonna do next. But nonetheless, they're even doing filler justice, so bravo to them. I'm FNebWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.